welcome to Big Data and Prus, today with Archana from Atlassian.
Thank you for having me here.
I kind of grew up with Mike Cannon Brooks in an open source project. That's maybe your first interesting thing. He worked on the first object relational mapping tool. And this is like 15 years ago. But I grew up with him in a mailing list. Open source hacker, quote. Would you mind to introduce yourself and the lovely beer you brought with you?
Oh, of course. So I'm Archana Agrawal. I am the head of growth marketing and data science at Atlassian. At Atlassian, I take care of sort of data science team, the data engineering, experimentation teams, the marketing analytics, and the online marketing team. All of this within the marketing space, really. Been there for 2 years. Almost a revisit to the West Coast from the East Coast, where I spent a little time after business school. So it's been an exciting ride the last 2 years.
Good. It's a little warmer here.
It's a little bit warmer here, not complaining at all.
Cool. So what's the beer?
The Blue Moon goes well. One of my favorite beers, so let's enjoy it while we...
I think you said that's your only beer you drink.
Yes,
right?
that's why that makes it that's why it's one of my favorite beers.
All right. What do you like about it?
That's a hard one.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, given that I don't really like the other one.
It's the only drinkable.
It's the only drinkable one, yes.
So, where are you in the organization? Are you in the marketing department? Are you reporting right to senior leadership? I mean, in general, where's growth management associated?
So growth management comes under sort of the president of the organization. We have like the go-to-market organization. And the head of growth manages a product growth organization, which is a counterpart to the marketing growth, which is where I lead.
Oh, so you have two.
Yeah, so we have the product growth organization, the marketing growth organization. We have the voice of the customer team, as well as a field marketing organization, all within the growth team. And so it's like I'm one of the 4 pillars within that.
Interesting. So how do you kind of organize your team? Right? Is there a platform team? You said you do a lot of A/B testing.
Right. So
walk me through what's your day-to-day work look like, and how's your team organized? And
surely. So pretty much sort of as the marketing team, one of sort of the goals that we would have would be user acquisition, awareness, but really growth in terms of helping improve conversion rates and customer experience. It's also the team that executes our online marketing tactics, and so that would really be the paid advertising that we do. And all of this in today's day and age is done on the basis of data, and so there's the data science team and the data engineering team. We share common portions of our stack with the product growth team, for example, but really the idea is to customize it in a way that's best fit for us to be able to move as fast as we can. And then I guess the common parts come to the effect that we as a marketing organization care very deeply about in-product activity and active usage of our customer base and want to be able to optimize our messages for that. And so that's where the 2 teams join together in being able to serve common analytics to the organization.
well, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me here.
So you said something interesting. You have kind of a common stack, but then you have different analyst teams in the product versus the kind of acquisition team.
Correct.
And why is it not the same team?
Atlassian's got a wide portfolio of products, and a lot of what the product analysts will be doing is understanding conversion in product, understanding feature usage, and being able to do things that would be able to promote active usage and engagement within the product, be able to serve those insights. A lot of what my team focuses on is web analytics and being able to drive traffic and trials of the products, and that's where sort of the 2 teams will then once someone actually starts trying our product and becomes an active user, that's where the 2 teams get together and serve common analytics.
Are you segmenting the customer or the the leads already based on channel, based on keywords, and then associate behavior with that?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct,
Okay.
yes. So that's what the end result, of course, is to be able to know what activity your marketing channel is driving over time. There'll be a multi-touch aspect to it, but over time you want to understand how each of the different channels are driving usage and product. You want to be able to say that, okay, if I'm doing something in some campaign, I want to be able to know that at the end of the day, it's getting people who are engaged in our product. My messaging is right. What can I optimize on for these people?
So maybe just to clarify this for some of the people that see that, right? So what we also saw a lot is that sometimes people spend a lot of money on digital campaigns and they bring a lot of visitors, but they don't, maybe that specific channel doesn't convert very well, right? Or it's a too technical channel and they don't find the feature on the product. Help me to understand kind of what's kind of the amount of time you're observing a user from the first touch, as you just said, right? You integrate then all the way to the behavior on the product. Like, you look at a year, 6 months?
It varies, especially I'd say like Atlassian has products that we consider as land products and products that customers first come and start using. So, and there's different brand awareness across the different product suites. But yes, the more important thing is we understand sort of B2B longer sales cycle. It's not like someone's going to come for the first time to the site necessarily if that's the first time they've heard about it and start immediately engaging with the product. So you want to be able to go across multiple touches. And you'll experiment with that to understand how much of the cohort can you actually get the further behind you go, whether this is going to be a couple weeks, couple months cycle that you'd actually work with, and then you'd want to understand how their activity and product changes and how many touches they've had along the way in order to be able to then engage with the trial. So when you think about it in the big data world, you're thinking about wanting to empower the frontline marketer to be able to take decisions on whether the campaigns are working or not, on whether they're investing in the right channels. What you're trying to then drive to them and say, okay, if certain campaigns bringing in traffic, is that traffic using our product? If it's not using our product in the first touch, can we look back and attribute whether that channel is actually driving engaged usage over time? And then the person starts using the product. Have we been able to maintain the activity in the product and be able to optimize along each of these steps in the funnel?